All right, Star Wars. My thoughts on Star Wars and where it should go from here, especially after the passing of our beloved Carrie Fisher. I was very torn up when I heard about her passing away. I felt like losing a family member. I know she had her struggles with drugs and all that, but just like with your family, no matter what they're going through, if they were to pass away today, you will overlook all the bad and probably just focus on all the good. And it's very unfortunate. I don't know how they're going to do this new trilogy now because apparently she was supposed to play a bigger part of Part 9 or a bigger part in Part 9. But with her passing, obviously now you have to rewrite. Maybe you're going to have to kill her off screen, which is going to be kind of messed up. And I just personally, this might be controversial. I love Star Wars. I think, like one of the first movies at least that I can actually remember watching was Star Wars: A New Hope. I was probably 4 or 5 years old, and I loved it. The imagination, it was so different from most of the movies I was watching. I was born in the '80s, so you know, '80s had a lot of crappy sci-fi, and even A New Hope at that time, being that it was made in the late '70s, was leaps and bounds more sophisticated and unique compared to what was coming out in the '80s. And I love my '80s movies. I love the '80s in general, but A New Hope was just a unique new breath of fresh air. Star Wars itself, it's just very imaginative. There's so many ways you could go, so many stories you could tell. It's a galaxy. I mean, come on, there's so much to play with. And speaking of so much to play with, that's why I'm thinking, like I said, this might be controversial. I don't think they should have did 7, 8, and 9. No, yeah, 7, 8, and 9. I don't think they should have done it because there's so much wealth of information and stories you could tell. I love my Luke Skywalker and the Han Solos and all that, but I didn't want to see old geriatric versions of them. Yeah, we're all gonna get old, but we don't like to see our stars get old. I mean, it might not be fair, but that's just how life is. How many stories do you tell of Greek gods or the Greek heroes and they're old? Oh, they're young, they're in their prime. You know, that's how you tell it. That's why I'm thinking, instead of doing these new trilogies to continue the original story, go to the past. Go to the old Republic. I love all of these cinematic videos for the video games that they make. I mean, there's so much creativity. There's new stories. It won't contradict any of the current stories because it's so far back. I want to see the Sith and Jedi Wars. I want to see, bounty hunters, the underground. I want Star Wars pretty much to be more grown up now. I always felt like it had potential to be more grown up. George Lucas always threw in a little bit of cuteness for the kids, like the droids and all that. Yeah, you can still have droids in there, do a little cutesy stuff here and there, but not too much. There's so much potential in Star Wars that's not being utilized. It's not being realized. You could do so much. The Old Republic looks amazing. There's that new cinematic with the twins that are in the third faction of Force users. What they call themselves, the Eternal Empire, and it looks so great. You can show them with their wars against the Jedi and the Sith. They're killing both. They have no side. They are pretty much in between. That would be so amazing to watch. And then they have another cinematic for their sister, who's strong as crap. And it's just the dynamic of them being a family and being very strong with the Force, and that they're in conflict with the other two main Force users and pretty much the galaxy, that would make so much of a rich and exciting and interesting movie series. Please, people over there at Disney, I, I know you think people probably want to watch 7, 8, 9 real bad, and I'm sure there's a lot of people because 7 definitely made a lot of money. But I feel like what you should be focusing now on is away from the Skywalker line, go to the past, tell the stories of old, go to the past. There's so much there. I mean, the video games are laying out pretty much everything for you. They're setting up the stories, the way things look, the motivations. Please give us what we want. That is what we want. 7, 8, and 9. Some people may have wanted it, but I don't really think it would be that disappointed if that didn't come out. I was content at the thought that I would never get the continuation of the originals because the originals were great. I say leave them as is. If you tell you the truth, if you want to continue it, I would rather you go past Luke, Leia, and all of them. Like they already died. These are their descendants. That's what you should have probably done. Go past them or go before them. Go back. Those are the only two options that I think are going to get you out of this quagmire of trying to figure out new plots for them. They're old. They should be in retirement homes. I'm sorry. Like, leave them alone. We lost Princess Leia / General Leia in real life. You killed off Han Solo in the movie. I mean, sadly, it's like a dark irony. I mean, imagine if you had killed Leia off already. Then you would have still had Han Solo in real life. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. We can't look into the future. But please stop this. I don't care for these new movies personally. Force Awakens was a disappointment. I don't like the new characters much. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It feels like a cheap knockoff of the originals. I like the director of 8. He did Looper. I forget his name now, but Looper was a very unique sci-fi movie and very dark. So I'm sure he's going to bring a unique angle to this movie, but I still don't think it's necessary. Please go beyond the Skywalker line or go way past them into the future, or please go back to the time of the Old Republic. There's so much wealth of stories and just greatness that you could dabble into and sift through. So please do that. We beg you. In the name of Star Wars, please do so. Alright, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Alright, thanks for listening. Take it easy. Goodbye.